Welcome. The weekly review and outlook. Oh wait, let me share screen for the Discord. Hi. Alles goed of niet? Nice. Alright, so quick review, but you already know I sent out the analysis. And what did we expect last week? We either expected price to melt from here or create a daily fair value gap, and then we would see how price would react at these key levels. And if we have a daily fair value gap, we already know that the daily fair value gap is probably a premium array where we can see lower prices from. And it exactly happened. And also, if I open up the economic calendar, when did it happen? Of course, on a Thursday with news. Make it make sense. Always the same stuff happening every day, every week, excuse me. And you just gotta follow it. So Monday we had news. And I saw some people shorting Monday also. And that was a pretty nice unicorn, if I say so myself. I personally am not interested in calling tops and bottoms. And as you guys see, after the unicorn on Monday, I'm not gonna mark out the trades because in my opinion it's low probability. We had this low and a lot of people were long in this, and then it gets swept again. We get a unicorn and then we get higher prices. But as I said, these sides of the curve, when we have a market maker sell model, are engineered liquidity, and then we're gonna see explosive moves when we go to the sell side. And you could see that on GU. Long story short, this week was low-key hard because we had, let me show y'all. So this is the daily fair value gap. We didn't tap it on GU, which means GU was weaker, hence why I also shorted GU. And then we had tapped it here on EU, so EU was stronger because if we are able to tap it on EU and not on GU, like it already shows the strength of Euro. And on DXY, we also tapped the daily fair value gap. So this was the most perfect trade of the whole week, and I will only go over this trade. With SMT, we're in a daily internal range liquidity. We have a unicorn at a key hour. Look at this, always between 2 and 3, like you cannot make it up. And then the taking profit protocol was also overpowered. Like, look at this. I think we reached it, yeah, see? All the way to 4 standard deviations. Like I say, on high probability days, you can take the risk. But, hey, that's up to you guys and up to your personality. So this, in my opinion, all these longs were low probability. Why? Like, look at this. We think this is the low of the week, swept. We think this is the low of the week, and then probably, you guys know how greedy people get. Let me go to the M15. And then people probably choke their stop loss at the rejection block. Or maybe they think this is the new low and then they choke it. And then we get another sweep to the upside. And that is why you don't choke your stop loss and put it at invalidation levels. But still, imagine how many people. Yo, new member. Yo, Louis, my G. Welcome. What's good, bro? By the way, in OBS, I have this setting. I forgot almost. Like it doesn't record my desktop, so you guys can just say the craziest stuff you want and it won't be recorded. I forgot that. So, let me reiterate. We sweep, and then people think this is the low of the week. And then we sweep it again because people choke their stop losses. Like, it's just, humans are just greedy. I don't know why people choke stop losses. And then we finally make the move up. And imagine all these people, loss, and then probably they were too shook to hold this. And then they are too hesitant to short this one, where the real meat of price action is, where the weekly expansion happens. Let me see. Damn, the weekly candle doesn't look too nice. But look on GU, you get my point. Like, You want to catch the weekly expansion. And this was the manipulation, distribution. Yo, my G, know why? Our brother, 30-year-old man. Oh, my bad, my bad. Alright. Long story short, we catch the weekly expansion, even though it doesn't look that nice on DXY and EU. And EU low-key messed my swing position. I had to exit at like, I entered around here. And then GU, I exited beautifully at external range liquidity. And this is something I told the mentees in the calls too, in the journal. That immediately I realized, so I'm learning swing trading right now, right? And I immediately realized, okay, I need to have multiple positions open so I can take partials, or I need to get some kind of program that takes partials for me. Because imagine if I just took partials at 4 standard deviations, I would have had a nice 4RR and I would have been chilling. But what happened? I had my take profit at external range liquidity. We tap the rejection block on the daily and then go back up. And then I low-key, I think I married my bias. And I exited at like 2.5 RR. Not sure where that was. Okay, I'm going to give y'all some saws on profit taking. So if we are bearish in London session, we should see this unicorn hold, right? So when I saw price disrespecting this, I was like, okay, it's reps. If I hold, it's probably going to be upside unicorn, and then there's going to be an upside unicorn as well. But it retraced. And unfortunately, EU was like the cringe pair, and this melted and EU didn't. But that's a cheat code. During key kill zone hours, like here you could already tell, it's probably the low of the day. Why? Because you see this. This is just broken. Look at the intent and price. That's what I tell you. I'll just check the fair value gaps and check if it follows it. And then you see it following this bullish order flow. I was like, I'm a dip. Got my 2.5 RR. Partial. And yeah, I cannot be ungrateful, I guess. Alhamdulillah. That was a nice trade. And in this day, unfortunately, there wasn't anything either. But this, and someone in the Discord caught it. I don't remember which one. I know Amnesia caught this one. Even though it's low-key a bit internal, but you can already tell this is the manipulation of the day. So when we get a sweep from this high, like this balanced price range, I cannot blame y'all for taking this. Because I took this one on GU. And like when you see price, look at this intent. Like price does not do this for no reason. Leaving fair value gaps. And then you just bet that this is the high of the week. Yeah, it was the high of the week. And then you just send it. I cannot say much more. That's how easy it is. Unfortunately on GU, we did not have that beautiful price action like EU. But we had another sweep when the kill zone opens. That's why I always tell y'all, trade the kill zone or the continuation on the kill zone. Yesterday I had a really nice example. Like yesterday I went through March price action. Oh, let me think. Should I show y'all? I'm gonna show y'all because I love y'all. If I can find it. Let me open up my Notion. My bad, guys. Give me a little second. Because this is a gem. And I need to say it. Okay. 26 March. Okay, so for people, why I don't care if the unicorn happens before the kill zone. Look, we have this manipulation and I'm waiting. Like I would not enter here. And I didn't enter this unfortunately. But I wouldn't enter already like right here. Why? Because you know kill zones are quote unquote liquidity injections. So we might see another sweep. Let me Check this range. And it's only 7 pips. Like, that could easily be swept. So in the kill zone, you wait for price to tip its hand, which it does right here, leaving a fair value gap. And then there's also low-key a M15 breaker. So this, in my opinion, was low-key like an internal break. I could see this as a real break. So we have this breaker overlapping with a fair value gap created at a key time, and that would be your short. And that's why you don't need to FOMO when the ignore that word stumble, when the manipulation happens, because you can always enter. And people always FOMO. I don't know why. But that will be a beautiful 2.9 RR trade by just being patient. So I hope you all note this down. If the manipulation happens beforehand, you can enter the continuation if you are confident and price is tipping its hand, which GU did on this day. Like, why would we leave a fair value gap right here if we are bearish? You know what I mean? So the manipulation that happens like early, you can be like, okay, I'm not gonna get shook. You just wait, price tips his hand, and then you enter. While all the other idiots chase price and think it's too late. Enter prematurely, bad entry, is gonna retrace, they're gonna go crazy, and etc. Okay, so the only trades, in my opinion, are this one. And if you follow the protocol, the PDF, you would enter after we break under it, limits on the breaker, and it would have tapped you in. And this one is a bit freestyle, so I'm not gonna journal this one. So this, in my opinion, the only trade for the week. Okay, now weekly forecast. Wait, guys, if you have questions, DM me. I put my Discord on online, so I hear the noise. Okay, this week, I'm extremely neutral. I need to see more price action. Why? Because here we sweep. And on EU we don't. My bias is still bearish. We have a swing high. So maybe Monday is going to deliver something. We don't have news Monday. Tuesday we have the annoying news with a lot of news embargoes. So I don't like that day. Wednesday we have nothing, so probably going to be not too beautiful. And then Thursday we have unemployment claims. So that's when I will be focusing. And Friday maybe a continuation play because we have news. And y'all know when news on Friday is there, I like it low-key. Because Thursday tells you what price is going to do most of the times. I cannot explain way too much. Like, it's always the same. My targets are still downside. It's only unfortunate that we have this SMT, but Monday, Tuesday will probably tip its hand to us if we displace up or down. If we come back above here, I might just be a liquidity sweep to go down, but this is not looking clear. So I truly need placement. Like, I cannot frame a bias. I'm low-key neutral. But on the higher time frame, I want to aim for these lows. But bro, like, look how much we melted. We left a weekly fair value gap. We might, is low-key like a weekly breaker even. No, I don't think we retrace that deep. But we might retrace into the weekly fair value gap if we get a H4 displacement up. I'm not saying I'm bullish. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to look for shorts. But if price tells me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like, okay, we're going to take something and then fly up, I might play a little retracement play to the weekly fair value gap because we are truly in discount. Like, we swept this. Now we're going to maybe wreck some people that were shorting because this SMT is just weird. Like, why would this happen out of nowhere? And we also took key liquidity. So let's just see what Monday gives us. If we get like a beautiful fair value gap, then we can check the reaction here and then continue to look for shorts. But if price shows intent of wanting to go up, then it might be time for a little retracement. So I'll update Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right now I'm low-key neutral and I'm up good in profit, so I don't want to force my edge. And I realize if I just trade once and 2 times a week, it's way more peaceful. Yeah, like I know everyone want to hear like where do we short from, where do we long from? But bro, look, like it's too hard to tell. I'm trying to frame a trade idea, but we can go both ways. So that's low probability conditions. What did I tell you? When we are stuck in between PDRAs, so right now we're in a weekly fair value gap and a rejection block. So this discount rejection block is holding price up. This premium array is holding price down. What does that mean? Low probability conditions. What does that mean? I need to see displacement on the H4. So I need price giving me clues on which PDRA is going to hold. And then I re-evaluate what I want to do. And then I'll probably draw my ranges. I'm going to be like, okay, this is the weekly fair value gap. And then once H4, once price reaches that, I will be cautious again. Why? Because this is the next point where price can drop from. It's that easy. You just follow the PDRAs and they follow on the lower time frame. What I like to follow is the fair value gaps and which PDRAs get held. So right here, low key boys is looking like, I don't know, it's just looking like this might get held. But then these lows look clean too. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm neutral. Be patient. Unfortunately, I have nothing more to say. If you guys have questions, DM me. Or you can even say it in the call because the thing isn't recording it. OBS. I'm gonna wait 1 minute and then I'm dipping. And as I said, less is more, bro. Like, if you just caught this trade, 4RR, easy as. Imagine you hold that swing to the daily rejection block. Or even if you were sleeping like me, you wake up, you see this displacement here, and then you see it displacing up again. You take your next profits at 2.3 RR. Easy as. Alright, boys, if no one has questions, I'm dipping. I'm uploading this ASAP if you want to rewatch it. I love y'all. No Diddy. Alright, boys. Peace. Ciao. No problem, my G Louis. Alright, peace. Ciao, ciao.